In this video, I want to discuss the effect of a percentage consumer tax on price. So we have a demand equation and a supply equation, and that'll give us equilibrium. But then we apply an 8% sales tax onto the consumer, and we ask, what's the new equilibrium price? Okay, so what happens to the consumer? He's, instead of thinking of paying a price of P, he's now paying a sales tax, and the sales tax is a percentage of the price he's paying. So for example, if he pays $1, price is $1, then he pays 8 cents more. So this is the new price in effect for him, and this affects how much he buys based on the old demand equation. In particular, the new demand equations, dN of P is equal to minus 2 times this new price plus 200. That's his new demand equation. The supply equation doesn't change. Supply equation is the same. The supplier is not affected by, or at least directly affected by, a tax on the consumer. So what happens to the equilibrium price in this case? Well, one can check that before the tax, the pre-tax equilibrium is $30. You do this by setting the demand equation equal to the supply equation and solving for the price. But we could also ask what happens after the tax. In that case, we have to set the demand equation, the new demand equation's minus 2 times P plus 0.08 P plus 200, and we have to set that equal to the supply equation, 3P plus 50, and now solve for P. That'll give us the post-tax equilibrium. So P plus 0.08P is the same as 1.08P, so I have minus 2 times that, and then times P plus 200 is equal to 3P plus 50. So I can subtract 50 from both sides to get a 150 on the left-hand side, subtract 50, and then 2 times 1.08 is the same as minus 2.16 times P plus. And now I add 2.16P to both sides. And these cancel, and I'm left with 150 is equal to 5.16P. In other words, P is equal to 150 divided by 5.16. Okay, and I can use a calculator to give an estimate of that. That's approximately 29.069, which I'll round up to 29.07. So that's an approximation. So that's the new equilibrium price. So I've gone from $30, and now the equilibrium price has gone down to 29.07. Now, how much of this is being borne by the consumer, and how much is being borne by the retailer or the manufacturer? Well, first we have to note that we have to figure out how much tax is being collected in this case. It's not absolutely clear. The new price is 29.07. That's what the government is going to see when it tries to compute the taxes are computed. So we'll have to take the 29.07 and multiply by 0.08, and we get approximately 2.32, or it looks like 2.33 using our calculator. Okay, so this is the tax collected by the government. Okay, so, and then of that, how much is it's uh, assigned to the supplier and how much to the consumer? Well, the consumer has actually seen his prices go down by 93 cents. So the 233 tax, that's what he's paying ostensibly, but then the price has actually gone down, so we have to subtract off 93 cents. So that'll give us about $1.40 borne by the consumer. Now the supplier, the only effect on the supplier is that the price has gone down, so he or she is losing 0.93, that is 93 cents lost by supplier. And so the 93 plus the 140 altogether goes to the government.